What's going on, guys? So today's video I got Raminder here, but this is also going to be a collaboration with the Professor Steven from the channel Redolessence. I ended up reaching out to Steven to do this very video, and I said, hey, I'm meeting up with my buddy Raminder. Do you mind if we tag team we do a three-way tag team? He's like, sure, by all means. So today we're going to be doing on a brand that I really do like, that gets some criticism and some people just don't give a shit for it. And today we're going to be talking about Bond number 9, Fire Island. Now this one was actually launched in 2006, but before we give you our take, Professor Steven, give us yours.
Hey ladies and gentlemen, my name is Steven and I have a YouTube channel called Redolessence. Chad, thank you so much for having me be a part of this collaboration once more. I really do appreciate it. And in today's episode, we're going to be talking about Fire Island by Bond number 9. So truth be told, I don't have a full-size bottle of this fragrance. Several years ago, this is a fragrance that I actually wanted to purchase. I've had many opportunities to purchase it, either at full retail or at a slight discount. And it's a smell that always resonated with me, and truth be told, it's a smell that my wife loves, but it just so happens that it's a fragrance that I never actually purchased. So this one is called Fire Island. I have it sprayed here so I can remind myself of what it smells like. So in the opening, it's definitely going to be evocative of the summer months. And so you're going to think of this tuberose, neroli, orange blossom sort of a thing going on in there. I don't think it actually contains orange blossom. I think it's more reliant on that note of tuberose, with also a little bit of musk and cardamom. But it has this suntan lotion sort of a vibe in it that I really like. And when I think of fragrances that fall or cater to this genre, I think of fragrances like Bronze Goddess by Estee Lauder. And that's kind of what this fragrance is doing here. It's creamy, it's coconutty. There's also an aspect of it that's a little lactonic. It kind of reminds me of fig milk. And one thing that I really like about this, and I always bring it back to this experience that I had several years ago, I was rock climbing with one of my friends. His name is Earl, and we were going to the local rock gym in Chatham, New Jersey, about half an hour away from where I live. And I walk in the gym and I'm wearing suntan lotion, no joke, because we just finished coming back from the beach, which is in southern Jersey called Long Beach. And I walk up to pay for the day session or to sign myself in because I had a monthly membership. And she smells the suntan lotion on me and she goes, wow, you smell good. What is that? And I had to turn to her and say, I'm not actually wearing a fragrance, it's suntan lotion. She goes, oh, sorry about that. Nevertheless, you smell good. And I would imagine that this fragrance would have the same effect. It just puts people, whether consciously or subconsciously, it puts people in the mindset of this summer oriented fragrance that is creamy, it's bright. This fragrance is inspired by the sunlight, by the way, and it is reminiscent of beaches that you would visit in New York City. Now, let's be honest, New Jersey and New York, they don't necessarily have the best beaches. You want to go down to Florida or something like that if you really want to experience a nice clean beach, but this fragrance does smell like summer. It is evocative of summer. It does remind me of this sort of loose, carefree, almost stoic attitude that people have in the summer where they don't really take things seriously, whether it pertains to their diet or their general overall sentiments about living life or whatever. I know I don't want to get too philosophical, but I do think that this is a really nice fragrance if that's your sort of thing. If you like the smell of suntan lotion, that creamy tropical sort of a thing, I think you'll really enjoy this one. Now, of course, just to touch upon the longevity for a little bit, it's about 6 to 7 hours, so it is good longevity. It is eau de parfum strength. Projection on this one, it doesn't have a whole lot of citrus in here, so it's not going to be the loudest fragrance. On my skin, it never really radiated beyond an arm's length, but it does sit a little bit closer to the skin around that 5-hour mark, not fully becoming a skin scent until about that 6th hour mark. But even then, you know, it will get you through a work day. I just personally feel like as versatile as it might be, and as, you know, as many people as I think will actually end up really liking this scent, I do feel like it can't really be worn outside of the summer, because when you think of sunscreen or suntan lotion or sunblock or anything like that, that's usually a smell that people associate with the summer. And so Fire Island by Bond No. 9, I actually really like it. I think it's much safer than Coney Island. I think it's safer than some of the other islands from Bond No. 9, although I really like Shelter Island as well. But Fire Island is a really good scent, and if you have an opportunity to sample it at the very least, I would definitely recommend that you go ahead and do so. Chad, once again, thank you so much for having me be a part of this collaboration. I really, really do appreciate it. I always have a lot of fun when you welcome me on your channel, and so I hope to do a lot more collaborations with you in the future on both channels. So thanks again for having me, and I hope everybody has a wonderful day.
Steven, thank you very much. Really do appreciate it. Now, the note breakdown for this one here is pretty basic. It's cardamom, neroli, patchouli, tuberose, and white musk. Raminder, what do you get?
Neroli. Neroli takes over. As soon as you applied it, I was like, I knew there was neroli in it right away. Because I've had already two perfumes from one you.
Bright Neroli. And what's the other one?
Tom Ford Neroli. So
Neroli Portobello.
I'm a huge fan of this Neroli plant.
Okay.
And yeah, it stands out. It's really fresh. Musk, yes.
Do you get the cardamom or the tuberose?
Cardamom.
Okay,
Yeah,
so for
Neroli kind of takes over any cologne. I don't know. I don't make them, but I have a feeling that as soon as this thing goes into any perfume, it just takes over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, for me, this opens up with a lot of neroli, but also a lot of tuberose. It pretty much just finishes off with musk. I don't get patchouli, I don't get cardamom. This is just an overabundance of neroli, but more so tuberose, with a little bit of musk towards the end. It's a somewhat linear scent for me. This scent is supposed to be reminiscent of Fire Island. So Bond No. 9 does.
Bond No. 9, yeah.
Takes inspirations from different pockets. So like they'll do like Brooklyn, they'll do like Little Italy, they'll do. So this is supposed to be familiar with the beach. Does this have a bit of a beachy vibe to you?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Actually, it's very fresh, and yes, it does give a summery beach kind of fragrance out, and it's so fresh. I mean, I'm in love with it. It's
okay,
nice. Yeah.
So I find that this is a great representation of what the beach is supposed to smell like. Does it smell like Fire Island? Never been, but it does have that beachy vibe.
Yeah.
This is also supposed to be unisex. Do you find it is unisex though?
No.
No? No. This really does come across as quite feminine for me. Seasons. Okay, so since this is supposed to be a beach scent, summer months, clearly occasions, beach, pool parties, casual.
Yeah.
Longevity was actually really good. 9-10 hours off this sample. Projection is moderate, but if you were to get a bottle, I think less is more with this one, because as you said, that neroli is really pronounced, but I find that for me the tuberose does overshadow it a little bit more, so the less sprays the better. Prices for this, the official website is $200 to $280 USD.
Ouch.
If you get it on some of the online discounters, this goes anywhere from $115, so $90 USD is $115,
Yeah.
to $165 Canadian. So $165 would probably be $130. So $90 to $130 is very, very good value for what you're getting. But if you're scared about getting a dupe, a knockoff, then you're gonna have to go with the official website or any Bond No. 9 boutique. So wife's thoughts on this one. My wife really does like this one, but she does say it's way more feminine than anything. She does not think that this is a unisex fragrance at all. When it comes to Fragrantica does label this one as unisex. The official website of Bond doesn't. Some of these online discounters say yes and some say no. So, but your final thoughts, Raminder?
Yeah, definitely not a man's cologne, no.
Okay. No?
This is very feminine. Yes.
Okay, so rating out of 5 then?
4.
4 out of 5?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
really nice smell.
For me, I do like this one, but it's way too feminine, way too girly to be a unisex scent. It smells very much like a beach, so there's definitely a lot of authenticity to there. And it does, in some ways, smell like suntan lotion.
Yes, it does.
Does it?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. I certainly do. It's still, even though my rating is going to be lower, it's still a decent rating, but it's just not for me. We're going to go with 3.5 out of 5. So, solid scent, but more so for the ladies out there. So that is our take, but also Steven's take of Bond number 9, Fire Island. Guys, thank you for your time. Take care, and we'll see you later. Thanks for watching.